YouTube! What's up? Lucas here, Fantasy Football Perspective, bringing you another video. Filming a lot on this Sunday evening. This video is probably going to come out on Tuesday or Wednesday. You can see what we're talking about in the title. 3 tight ends that I'm a little bit higher on than where their ADP is, and 3 tight ends that I'm not touching based on their current situation. Quick announcement. I got some pretty big news coming. We are going to do 2 separate shows, hopefully weekly. The first show is going to be a kind of a betting show where I'm going to bring a special guest on. His name's Jim Stroker. We have kind of discussed this with Ohio legalizing sports betting. Supposed to be before football season. It actually got postponed until next year, but it's been in the works for a while. We just decided to go on with it anyway, start the show, and hopefully we can help some people where sports betting's legal in their state until it's legal in our state. We have been to Vegas plenty of times and bet on sports out there, and we do pretty good, and our research is pretty good when it comes to that. So if we can help you guys out there in those states that it's legal to win some big money. And then we're going to do a weekly DFS show with a couple of my friends. BJ, I'm going to invite a couple others. We kind of talk strategy for football. Fantasy football, daily fantasy on FanDuel and DraftKings is by far my favorite daily fantasy to play. The prizes are insane, especially the first 3 or 4 weeks. $1 million prizes for $3 entries. Good research out there. We talk out our strategy each week. We kind of swing the bat at it, see what happens. It's fun, makes every game enjoyable on top of our, year-long fantasy leagues. Both these shows are still going to be on the Fantasy Football Perspective. If they go and they're hitting big numbers, I will have to make a separate channel for it to kind of keep them separated. But for right now, it is going to be on this channel. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's hit that intro. Let's roll. Welcome back. Take 2 for me, actually, because I really screwed up that first one. Let's try this again. So, 3 tight ends that I think are getting drafted too high, and I just don't like their situation this year. And then 3 tight ends that I think I will be drafting in my redraft leagues. Now, this is not a dynasty outlook. I have completely different standards for dynasty. This is for your year-long leagues. And let me break down why I think these 3 tight ends are getting drafted too high. And we're going to start with no other than the rookie himself, Kyle Pitts. Listen, Kyle Pitts' average draft position is number 51. That's a late 4th, early 5th round pick. He's getting drafted around the same area as TJ Hawkinson and Mark Andrews, who I think are much better options. And let me explain why. The hype around this guy is unreal, and it should be. He's a freak of nature. He is running, jumping, doing everything better than most tight end prospects in the league. But the issue with Kyle Pitts is he's a rookie. We bring up this rookie chart of tight ends, and these are the best rookie tight end receiving numbers seasons in history. I'm going to kind of disregard Ditka because that was all the way back in the 60s. The only ones that I really want to note is this Evan Ingram and Jeremy Shockey season. Let's bring up Evan Ingram's season real quick on Sleeper. Disregard the names. Evan Ingram back in 2017, his great season. He finished with 173 points, 4th in PPR, 115 targets, 6 touchdowns. Remember that 173 points. Let's bring up the 3 best tight ends in today's game. Start off with Waller. The problems with these rookie tight ends is they usually don't develop till year 2 or year 3. And we see this with even the greatest tight ends in the game today. Literally, it's not happened. Let's put Evan Ingram's best season ever as a rookie tight end, or excuse me, a top 10 season as a rookie tight end. He's not even touching top 5 in most years with these new aged tight ends like Waller, Kittle, and Travis Kelce. Let's look at these numbers a little bit. As a rookie, didn't see the field, slowly progressed, and then bam, developed, starts taking everything serious, gets better at blocking, starts getting targeted. Maybe it's QB situation. It just doesn't happen that quick. We switch over to George Kittle, kind of the same thing you'll see. First year, not bad, 106 points, good for 19th. Bam, developed, 136 targets, starts becoming the man in the offense. That's what we like to see. Now, in Dynasty, I do see maybe a projection as kind of this sort of season as a rookie and then bam, jumping up. I think that's a good possibility for Pitts. But let's take Mr. Consistency himself, Travis Kelce, the greatest tight end I've ever watched in my life as far as receiving. Even Travis Kelce as a rookie. 1 game played, next season, bam, starts playing in all 16, ninth finish, and then bam, huge jump after year. We'll count this. I don't know if he was injured that season or not, so we'll count this as a rookie, which is even a little bit better than Ingram's rookie season. But after that year 3, look at that year 3 jump. Bam. Goes from 87 to 117 targets. Starts getting 1,000 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns as a tight end. Then Mr. Consistency, 5 number 1 finishes in PPR in a row. I just don't like Kyle Pitts' chances to be the 5th or 6th ranked tight end. He would have to have the greatest tight end rookie season, and barely, even if that happens, he'll barely crack the top 5. Let one of your league mates reach for him. Wait for one of these guys I'm going to talk about at the end to kind of capture just a higher upside season for one of these other guys at the end of your draft instead of reaching for Kyle Pitts in the 4th and 5th round. All right, so moving on. Tight end number 2 I don't like very much this year at ADP is Dallas Goedert. Let me explain myself. I love Dallas Goedert as a player. But how many times have we said we have this wonderful tight end just waiting there in the shadow, but they have a pesky veteran there taking up targets? Dallas Goedert's battling that too. Zach Ertz is still there. If Zach Ertz wasn't there, sure, Dallas Goedert right there is a steal. If Zach Ertz gets traded, Dallas Goedert is a steal. But he's not. He's still there. He's going to be taking some of the targets. They run a lot of 2 tight end sets there in Philly. Zach Ertz is going to get his. There's going to be a split at the tight end. You have to get Goedert. This says ADP 101. I see him go off the board usually at the 6th, 7th round. Just not for me. I think there's a higher upside with getting a tight end that has the whole tight end room to himself. Dallas Goedert's not it. And the last 2 that I'm touching away, that I'm going to talk about, that I'm avoiding, is kind of the same reason I'm avoiding Dallas Goedert. These guys are going to eat each other's numbers up. You got Jonnu and Hunter Henry. They run a lot of 2 tight end sets in New England. These guys aren't Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez back in the day when they both produced top 5 tight end numbers the same season. They're just not the same caliber of players, in my opinion. Maybe one of them comes out to a side, but I'm not taking that risk. There's too many good tight ends on that team. They're going to eat each other's production. So I'm avoiding those at their draft position as well. So on the flip side, why I'm kind of going for these next 3 tight ends is complete opposite of why I'm avoiding these tight ends. They seem to have their own tight end room locked up. They're the sole guy. Robert Tonyan, year 2 with Aaron Rodgers, really being that guy. He put up good numbers last year. I think he's going to excel. He's getting drafted around the same spot as Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. And really, Devontae Adams demands that double team. They brought in Randall Cobb. Aaron Rodgers is back. Randall Cobb's going to take some of those linebackers out of the middle. Should open up Tanyan for a big season. I'd much rather take a flyer on Robert Tanyan, in the 9th, 10th round than reach for Kyle Pitts in the 4th and 5th when I think they're going to have similar production by the end of the season. Now, if I'm in a dynasty league, I'm taking Pitts all day. He has the upside. He has everything. I'm just talking about a season-long basis who I think is going to have a better season based on their situation and what's the better bargain compared to ADP. All right. Robert Tanyan's my first one. Tyler Higbee's another one I'm getting pretty high on. You get him at average draft position 151. He's pretty much free. Everett left, leaving Tyler Higbee there pretty much by himself with Matthew Stafford. Man, his situation got so much better. He is going to be a monster in that offense. I don't know why he's getting slept on so much. Tyler Higbee, end of the round, sleeper tight end, top 10 finish. My prediction, Tyler Higbee. All right, and the last but not least is Irv Smith. Kind of what I was talking about with Dallas Goedert. Irv Smith kind of fell into that category was we're trying to see him take over the offense the last couple years. But they had that pesky veteran presence with Kyle Rudolph there still taking some production away from him. Kyle Rudolph leaves. Irv Smith's show. They're already talking about him being a bigger red zone opportunity type player. He's going to have a bigger role in the red zone. Irv Smith, getting him for free too, kind of around the Tyler Higbee. If you can stack Irv Smith and Tyler Higbee in the 11th, 12th round, those are complete steals. They both have top 10 tight end written all over them with their new situation. I'm telling you guys, this might be the year to wait on the tight end with these players just sitting there getting ready to explode. They have the potential to explode. You can wait on them, fill out the rest of your roster. Man, we're going to win some championships. We are going to win some championships. That's it for this video. Again, this one was more opinion-based than most of my videos, but I thought it was some little bit of research that I needed to share with you guys and why I think the way I do about the tight end situations this year. It's getting close to the fantasy football season. Preseason has me ready to go. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please like the video. Likes get me on the YouTube page. I love being on the YouTube page. I want to see my channel grow. It's fun. Tune it. If you didn't listen to the introduction, there's some big news in there, so go back and rewatch that. Some upcoming great guests coming on this show, and we're going to drop some knowledge about some sports betting and some DFS if you guys are into that. Again, like and subscribe. Hope you all have a great day. Peace.